and I'm feeling good.
Sonia style here. Let's say you have a full body shot like this that you really like, but unfortunately the focus is somewhere else rather than your face, and you want to fix it. How would you do this? In my case, this has happened because this was a self shoot, and the camera unfortunately sometimes focus on somewhere else depending on where it sees movement or stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how to replace the face with this photo that I really like, and it's all in focus. Also, I'm going to show you how I'm going to add more of the fall colors to this photo and get it a fall foliage type. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. So I don't have much of reddish tone on my face, whereas this one I have a ton because of the colors around me. So I'm going to first of all do a selective color and correct the color on my face. So going to have selective color. I'm gonna choose reds. I'm going to higher the cyan and a little bit less of this. And if you compare it to this one now, it's getting way closer. Still, I have some reddish here, so let's get rid of a little bit more. And also, let's see. So if I go all the way here, compared to this one, yes, now it's getting pretty close. So I'm going to now mask it and Command I to reverse, and I'm going to apply it where I want. So 100% opacity, it's on white. I'm going to brush on the red parts. So here, all the way here, and getting rid of the red colors all over the face, just to make it on the same page with the other photo so that we can actually do the replace. So that, as you can see, it's actually replacing the reds with the greens, which is a fit to the other photo. And with that, let's compare it to this one now. Yes, it's getting much closer to this one. I just got rid of all the red colors on my face except my lips, basically. Now I'm going to merge the layers and then fit on the screen, and I'm going to copy and paste my face and a little bit of surrounding, of course, to the other one. So edit, copy, and here edit, paste. Free transform, and going to get the size of the face according to this one and put it here. Lower the opacity to see underneath, and I'm going to rotate a little also to get my eyes aligned. And when this is happening, this means that I'm in a good shape and I can actually do the replacement. So that's good right now. Little higher opacity. Let's see with 100% how does it look. Yes, that's good. With that, I hit OK, and I'm going to erase the surrounding of this addition. So opacity 100%. Going to delete these parts as they are already good enough and I don't need them. So I have to fix this part. My necklace is torn, but I can actually fix it with the healing brush tool later. So let me correct this part and also these lines. Let's see what we did. So replace this with this. Good. Let me get the necklace back as much as I can, and then I fix the rest with the healing brush tool. That is that. Let's fit on the screen. It's looking good, and the color matching the surrounding, and so I'm happy with it. So let's merge the layers, and now we can do the fixing. So I get the healing brush and I just hit on this until it is recognizing where it's missing the necklace. No, it's all missing it. So at some point it was missing it. Let me get back to where it was the best here. If I make it smaller and hit on this one, it should do it. Did it? Nope. Maybe just that's good. And how about here? No, I don't want. And also this, not good. Smaller. Give me the right picture. So for this part, there's some lighting that is displayed, so I'm gonna fix it with dodge and burn. But beside that, if you fit it on the screen, it is looking good. So, oh, I missed this part. So I'm gonna do the healing brush here. It's doing it. A little here, a little more. No. So right now, I don't want this line right here. It's figuring it out. That did it. Awesome. We are good now. There's a bump here which doesn't go right with this part, so I'm gonna fix it with filter, liquify, and get this one smaller size, and going to fix this bump here so that it goes well with this other shoulder. That looks good. Now I'm all in good shape. Great. Let me actually add some puff here, the puff on the hands, and also a little puff on my hair, and just a little here. Tad bit go inside, and the hat, I need a little puff on the hat as well, because it's gonna look better if it's a little bigger. So sounds good. Puff here and a little more here. So if you fit on it in the view, you would see before and after. Before and after. That looks good. I like it. And now that I'm done with this, let's make sure everything is good. There's still a little, this place is messed up, which we decided to work with the dodge and burn. But other than that, liquify job is done. I don't need to change anything on my face, and that's good. Let's go back to editing it. Now that I have this, I'm going to first fix the composition. So let's see. I'm going to have the crop like this, a little bigger from here and here, and the subject is right in the center, because in this picture it's supposed to be in the center as I'm standing in the middle of the street. So to centralize the subject is a good thing here, and that's it. And to fill this gap, I'm going to just extend the picture using free transform. So be careful not to distort the subject. So I'm gonna just grab the part that is out of the subject, right click, free transform, right click, distort, and just tap it to the background and hit OK, and go on the other side and repeat the same. Free transform, right click, distort, hit to the, as you can see, it's distorted a lot here, so I'm gonna do a Ctrl Z and get it again. Free transform, right click, distort, and just distort it a little bit before it's getting to looking too much. When it's good, hit OK, and then deselect. We're going to select the rest, and let's use fill. Content aware. Let's see what it does. Did a good job. So I'm going to fix this part. This is fake here, but other than that, it did a good job. Deselect, and I'm going to fix it right now with the clone stamp. So I'm gonna get sample from here and just color on this one. That's good. Color on this. Sample from here, just a tad bit on here. Sample from here, hit here, and the rest is good. Sample here, put here. Good. That looks like a good feel. So let's fit on the screen. So that's my image after the distort. And now let's work with the colors. I'm going to blur this place a little bit because it's just like the focus is in both my face and the floor, which is not a good thing. I need the attention to go to the subject rather than the flooring. So I'm going to use blur. So I'm gonna make a copy of my background and filter Gaussian blur. And I'm gonna choose a very little. I'm just gonna blur this place. So hit OK, a layer mask, and then Command I to reverse. And now you're gonna blur this area. Opacity 100 and blur the flooring. Because we're doing just a tad bit of blurring, it's okay not to be exact. And some of a little bit around the subject is still untouched. So let's focus. So this is before and after. As you can see, the effect is really small. That tiny little small change now brought the attention to the eyes and to the face rather than the flooring. With that, I'm going to merge the layers and start working on the colors. So going to do a hue saturation. I like it saturated. Click on the layer mask, Command, and I'm just gonna paint on the places that I want to add the red color. So with 100% opacity, I'm going to add the red colors, especially to all the greens, all the parts that are very green. Some of the yellow ones I also get in more yellow. It's beautiful. So I added the red color to most of the places. So this is before and after. It is getting into the fall. I'm gonna take it off of here a little bit because I loved the yellowish here. We add a selective color and we choose greens, and we are going to work with the yellows. So getting the yellows to the maximum, and the blacks, let's see, the blacks are, I like it actually to be darker so that I'm gonna pop the subject better. So maximum black, maximum yellow, and cyan is also making it yellowish. That's good. So this is before and after. That's more of a fallish color. So after these two, with the fall colors added, I'm going to add a curve and I'm going to darken it, and Command I, going to add the darkening around the image. Oops, it's on black. So I'm going to darken the area around the picture to just give it a vignette effect. And because the subject is centered, the vignette effect is working good here. Otherwise, I'm not a fan of vignette all the time. So that's before and after. And now I actually like some of these reddish color to pop more. So I'm going to add another layer of hue saturation and basically work with the whole master, and Command I, going to add it with opacity 30% is good, and the red color to the places that I want. So maybe more opacity, the greens here, and I want these to pop a little more. All of these should be reddish. And so with that, this is better, and a lot of beautiful red colors are in this background. And by the way, the complement of green is red or black. Usually using the complement colors is a good practice to actually more interesting photos. So I'm gonna get the chance to actually add more reds as I have the feeling of the fall in the background. Great. So if that is too much of reds, let's lower the opacity to maybe 75 is really good. I feel like the yellow color, I'm still lacking yellow colors in the background. So let's see if I can add more of the yellow colors. Let's do selective color, and I'm gonna choose, let's say, blacks, because I have tons of blacks, and I'm gonna add yellows to the blacks. That did the job. So Command I, and I'm gonna add that to all the places that I want yellow. As easy as that. So all of this getting saturated, so that's good. And great, so I added with that much of yellow. So I'm gonna merge all the layers. So merging the layers is something that I'm very much used to it, because every now and then I want to work with the clone stamp or a spot healing brush. And if you have not merged your layers, you can't do that. With that, I'm going to do a little more dodge and burn on the subject. So this time I'm gonna make it lighter, and I'm gonna just, not this much of course, maybe half of it, to get the subject brighter. So this goes to black, and I'm gonna get the light off of the places that I don't want. So if I get the light off around my eyes, I'm gonna do some sort of makeup, so that's a good thing. I don't spend time on doing a makeup and this is a good chance to actually fix it here. So this is before and after so far, and I'm going to get it off of my cheeks with very low opacity, just for my cheeks to pop a little, and maybe a little more, and also a little darker here, and little dark in here, maybe 100%. I go on the nose. And what else? I think some shadow over here is good, some shadow over here is also good, over here, my hair. I also wanted to work with this part and do the dodge and burn to fix it. So right now I'm gonna add a little shadow here so that it's gonna go well with the rest. And I have to fix this part too. So that is good. Maybe a little shadow, like opacity 70%, and I get rid of this extra light here. And this is good. So that's my face. This is before and after. So what else I want to do? I guess I want to add a little more shadow over here. It feels like I can draw more attention to the subject with a little bit more shadow on the left. Let's see. So yep, that is actually looking really good with this shadow, and also some shadow over here. Love it. That is great. I'm gonna merge the dodge and burn. Oops. I'm gonna merge the dodge and burn layers that we just did. And I think the flooring is still drawing some attention to it. So I do another copy of the image, and I go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And this time I go a little more intense because I really don't want that flooring to have this much of clarity. So I'm gonna brush on the floor with that blurring. That is looking great, and it's not fake, but I just got rid of a lot of clarity on the floor that the image had by mistake. And my hand is really light here, so because I want the focus to be on my face, I have to do a little bit of burning on my hand. So let me do Command, and I'm gonna get the light off my hand a little. That is looking better. So before and after. So before it was like drawing your attention and your eyes to the hand, but now it's going to the face, so that's good. And I also do a little bit of dodge and burn on my body, so with low opacity. Let's do a little burn here, a little bit of burn here, and a little bit of burn here, maybe more burn on this side. Double click on the shadow parts. That's gonna make the subject pop even more. And that is looking good. More shadow maybe here. A little bit of shadow here, and good. Merge the layers. And the last touch is always sharpening. So actions, I have this sharp action. If you want to know how I made this, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna have a video for you with showing how I create the action. These are 2 layers of sharpening. The first one is sharpening the whole image. The second layer that I just converted back to black is adding a lot more detail. So I click on my face and I'm gonna just sharpen the eyes with the 100% opacity. Sharpen the eyes, the lips, and the jewelry. And I'm gonna sharpen the clothes. So I did sharpening on most of the clothes and my legs and the shoes. And now with the face, I'm going to get rid of this sharpening. So I put it on black and I paint it off of the face, or actually not all of the face. I'm going to just take it maybe 40%. I'm going to take it off of here and here, but with 100% I'm gonna take it off around the eyes because that's adding a lot of lines for no reason. I'm not that old. So with 100% opacity, I got rid of the details that were added over here. Oh, and also on the neck, I don't want lots of details on the neck. I also paint the details off the hair, because it's making the hair sort of looking harsh. So I'm going to merge the layers and work on this necklace that I always forget. So let's get the brush healing tool and do a zoom here, and then with a small brush just touch here. It's getting closer, hit another here until it's actually connecting them. Hopefully connect them. So way easier than that. I'm going to get a copy of this. Hit paste, free transform, just place it into here, move it a little. That's it. Hit OK, and then erase the part that you don't want. Nope. And that's basically it. Merge the layers, and then the spot healing brush, because some of it showed here, and also clone stamp. This place is not looking right, so I'm gonna get sample here, put it right there, or a little bit smaller. Sample from here and get it over here, or from the darker part. That's good. Great. So this looks awesome. So that is the final product. This is how it's looking. So this is the before and this is after. Before and after. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to post Photoshop tutorials at least once a week. So I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.